When I went to New Zealand, and when I was living there in New Zealand with my families, I went and stayed there, and lots of people were looking after me, taking care of me in New Zealand as well. So I got a date for my surgery on 27th of July 1992. That was the day I was given. It was in the middle of winter, and what happened, the day I had to get surgery, I had to be prepared. I had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. And that morning, I had a dream about 6 o'clock or early morning, like 5:30, 6 o'clock. I had a dream of my master, which is not, he wasn't my master at that time. I had a dream of Sai Baba. In my dream, I saw that like he came to my house in Fiji, and then I was looking at, I said, I've been to so many people for having a healing done to my leg, and I'm in my dream, I'm seeing this person. He's there. Maybe I should ask for him to help me. So I went to him in my dream, and he's helping so many people by giving them healing and talking to them. And then I'm trying to actually show myself to him that I'm also here and I need some help with my leg. So what happened, he's not saying anything to me, but he's helping all the other people. So when I went there, to him, somehow or the other, he saw me. And then when I went closer to him, and what he did, he used his hand to help somebody with their chest, some problem with the heart condition, right? So he rubbed his hand on them. This is in the dream I'm seeing. So this Sai Baba is rubbing his hand on those two people. And I just looking at him, and I said, see, I'm here with the problem with my leg. He's not helping me, but he's helping those people. I don't know what's wrong with them. And, but he's not coming to. Then Sai Baba came to me in my dream, and he just tapped me on my shoulder. And he said, my son, he said, he looked at my leg. He said, don't worry. I am the only savior on earth. Don't go ahead for whatever you are going to go ahead for. Just focus on me. That's what he said. And then he tapped my shoulder, and he used his two hands, and then he rubbed on my chest. Anyway, that was an early morning dream, because he said to me that I'm the only one who's going to make you better one day. And then I woke up early morning, and that's the day I had to go for my surgery. I got up in the morning, and my auntie was there, and I said to my auntie, I'm not going to go for a surgery because I had this dream of Sai Baba, and he told me he's the only one who's going to help me. And he said, and my auntie was quite, she was saying, no, you can't just make your decisions just by having a dream. You have to go for a surgery because, you're paying a lot of money for this surgery. You have to go. And then I spoke to my cousin, all my families. Lots and lots of families were quite against it. And I said, no, I'm going to postpone it, but I'm not going to go for a surgery today. So I rang the hospital, and they said, your leg, and it's your choice. We can't force you. So then I rang the hospital, and I told the hospital, Mercy Hospital, that I want to postpone my surgery. So they said, that's fine. It's okay. You can, whenever you can come then. So that's when, then from that day, 27th of July, 1992, that's from that day I started to repeat the name of that Sai Baba. I started to connect with that divine master, which I felt that he was going to help me. So from that day, I started to chant the name of him, and always looking for things about him, always looking for pictures wherever I used to go. Then I start sort of like I was feeling a bit better inside of my spirit-wise. Physically, I wasn't 100%, but spirit-wise, I was feeling that now I found someone who said that they can fix me. And there are lots and lots of devotees about him all around the world. So I started to look for it. And what happened during that time, within months, my leg was not that better, but like I was seeing one of my cousins, he actually was very much into natural medicine and healing and all sorts of things, and crystal healing, iridology, homeopathy, all these things. So he was Australian, one of my brother-in-laws he wasn't Indian, but he was a Western guy. And he showed me some direction, and he gave me a book called You Can Conquer Cancer of Ian Gola. And he gave me that book, and that book actually really inspired me that if Ian Gola can fix himself with a major illness like this, why can't I? So that's how my journey started, that I want to heal myself by becoming more and more positive. So I started to become more positive. And meantime, I found a homeopathic doctor in Auckland, and he started treating me. So that homeopathic doctor was from India, and he started giving me homeopathic medicines, and which I had no understanding. Only thing I know is doctor's medicine, like normal medical stuff. But then I started to go into natural thing. I used to go into the beaches, Mission Bay, and all this. And New Zealand was so crisp and beautiful. Oxygen was there that actually started to make me feel better. And my brother-in-law used to take me to all those places and to get natural stuff. As I went into juicing and all sorts of things. So natural thing which really helped me. And what happened, this tumor which I had, it started to become more bigger, but it was becoming more pasia. One day I was having a shower and I fell down in the bathtub, and I fell exactly on the tumor, and it was so painful that thank God my brother was home, my cousin brother was home, and he actually took me and put me onto the bed, and he called some, the doctor and some other, and then after a few days it just burst and all the pus and everything just came out. And from that time, in few months' time, most of the tumor was shrunk, and it started to shrink. So that was one of the healing. And I feel that the lungs, which I had lesions in my lungs as well, when Sai Baba actually put his hands on my chest, I feel that there must be some healing happened during that time. When I went for an X-ray, they found I had no lesions in my lungs. And then I stayed in New Zealand till end of 1992 in January. I came back to Fiji in 1993, mid of 1993, and I was okay, quite good. I was feeling much better. And then that 6 months has passed, of what I was being diagnosed and told that within 6 months you might not be here. But like I was getting better because of being so positive, and I really didn't want it to die. And I want to live the life to the fullest. Why do we have to die unnecessarily when you can make yourself live? That's what I feel. It's very, very important. And it's the divine presence of my divine master which I actually surrendered totally to him. And that actually made me be who I am now. And I can still feel that it was the power of my master who came in my dream, and he showed me the direction, how to live. So that's how I started my journey in New Zealand. There's lots of things to talk about. Things happened in New Zealand. So I came back to Fiji, and then I started to go into sessions where there was prayers and singing and all those things about my divine master, what he used to teach. So I started going to the Sai centers in Fiji. And that's how I was very much involved in that. So I came back to Fiji in 93. I started going to the Sai centers. I was involved with lots and lots of organization. I was getting much better. I still had the tumor, but I was much better. I could do things. I started meeting with friends, and everything was getting better.